Good morning, a warm welcome. This is Sage and you're watching the Global Markets Roundup show on Kalkine TV. Let's take a look at the most important happenings from the Friday close, starting with the US market. And the benchmark US indices closed higher on Friday, August 20th, propelled by gains in technology stocks after investors ignored concerns of Delta infections that threatened to halt the economic recovery. And the S&P 500 was up 0.81%. The Dow Jones rose 0.65%. The Nasdaq Composite gained 1.19% and the small cap Russell 2000 was up 1.65%. This week, the global markets have been volatile amid a rising Delta virus threat and geopolitical upheavals in Asia. China, the world's second largest economy, saw reduced factory output in July. In addition, the Fed's minutes from its two-day conference last month raised concerns in some quarters whether the plans to withdraw the monetary stimulus may stall the recovery. The Fed's notes made public on Wednesday jolted the global markets with major indices closing in the red. And Fed officials are expected to meet again next week at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, to iron out their plans. Meanwhile, technology and consumer discretionary stocks were the top movers on the S&P 500. All 11 segments of the index stayed in the green, and the healthcare segment also saw significant gains. Shares of sportswear retail company Foot Locker jumped 8.13% in the intraday trading after the company reported solid second quarter earnings. Its net sales surged 9.5% year on year, while its net income came in at $430 million or $4.09 US per diluted share. Deere & Company's net sales and revenue rose 29% year on year, reaching $11.5 billion in the third quarter. Its net income was $1.6 billion or $5.32 US per diluted share. However, the stock was down 2.25%. Pharma company Bristol-Myers Squibb stocks rose 1.03% after receiving approval from FDA for the cancer drug Opdivo. And the stock of the discount store operator Ross Store dropped 3.30% a day after reporting third quarter earnings results in which it had forecast slow growth due to the pandemic. Moving on now to the UK. And the London markets traded in a green zone after reporting heavy losses in the previous trading session. According to the latest figures from the Office of National Statistics, UK retail sales had shown an unexpected month-on-month decline of around 2.5% during July 2021 as compared to June. Marks & Spencer shares grew by about 13.69% after the company had anticipated full-year profit to remain at the top end of the expectations. Moreover, it had reported robust sales growth during the summer. And the FTSE 250 listed Babcock International Group's shares rose by around 2.81% after Morgan Stanley had upgraded the company from equal weight to overweight. And WM Morrison Supermarkets had agreed upon the takeover offer worth approximately £7 billion. Moreover, the shares went up by around 4.48%. And Vertu Motors shares surged by around 6.36% after the company had upgraded the full-year profit before tax forecast for the current financial year. And now it's time for a small break, but please do stay tuned as I'll be back with the Australian market updates.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
Where the property market is headed next.
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With Kalkine TV.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying your morning so far. Sage here and you're watching the Global Markets Roundup show. Today, Ampol, Austal, Chorus, McGrath, NIB Holdings and Media are among the major firms to announce their earnings. And the US Treasury yields ended the week lower over longer than expected concerns of the Delta variant on the economic revival. The 30-year Treasury bond yields were down 0.31%, while the 10-year bond yields rose 1.05%. The US dollar futures index decreased by 0.12%, and the crude oil prices recorded their biggest week of losses in the past week on concerns over fast spreading of the Delta variant. Brent oil futures decreased by 2.12%, and WTI crude was down 2.46%. Energy stocks such as Woodside Petroleum and Santos could trade lower on Monday. And the gold futures were down 0.02%, and meanwhile silver fell 1.11%. Copper rose, however, 2.44%. And lastly, the Australian Bureau of Statistics is not scheduled to release any data on Monday. And thank you for joining us on that report. That is all for now, but please do stay tuned on Kalkine TV for more of the latest updates from the Australian share markets. Sage signing off.